from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We're learning more details regarding a body that was pulled from the Rainy River near Baudette, Minnesota yesterday. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Christine Stanwood. The victim is identified as 52-year-old John Martin Stiglich of Shoreview, Minnesota. He was the CEO and president of Surdan Health Systems and Consulting in St. Paul. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us the latest details in this case.
The Lake of the Woods Sheriff's Department responded to a 911 call at 11:30 Monday morning after a resident spotted a body floating in the Rainy River near Baudette. Authorities used a boat to recover the body from the river and take it to the Lakewood Health Center in Baudette, where Stiglich was pronounced dead. His body was then transported to UND's Forensic Center in Grand Forks for an autopsy. Sheriff Gary Fish says the victim, John Stiglich, was staying at his family cabin along the river with friends.
But it's not for certain it was drowning.
Not for certain.
Can you say, was he fishing with someone, or was he by himself, or what led up to this?
Yeah, he was alone.
Fishing?
No.
Sheriff Fish says he does not think foul play was involved. They're currently treating it as an accident. Sheriff Fish says they'll be able to release much more information later today when the autopsy report is released. Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
We'll have all the latest information on this case for you online at valleynewslive.com as soon as it's available. A lot of homeowners in Fargo are clearly upset about the property tax values. More than 30 people showed up at City Hall this morning to tell city leaders exactly what they think about the valuations. Many people are seeing their values go up by more than 10 to even 100%. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop was at the meeting and joins us now. Ashley, what was the feeling in the room?
Christine, there was tension in the room, and many people stood up and spoke about how they feel the assessment system is broken. No decisions were made today. The Fargo City Assessor says more than 380 people are appealing their property values, and his office will now go and reassess those homes before the appeal hearing set for late May. Many people that spoke today say they have seen jump in their values from 50 to 100% and want to know how that is even possible. Homeowners that turned out today did hope to see the room more packed.
Just because, I've talked to friends and relatives, and everyone is seeing these kind of large, shocking increases.
City commissioners told those in attendance that there is a state law for assessments and the assessor must follow those laws. The city assessor encourages people with concerns to contact his office. Christine?
All right, thanks so much, Ashley. The appeal hearing is set for May 24th at 4 p.m. Tonight on Valley News Live, Ashley will have more from the meeting and ask the city assessor whether or not homeowners will see the value of the levels go up. And new for you at noon, comedian Ralphie May, who has been facing backlash over comments made about Native Americans, just announced that he is postponing his show at the Fargo Theater scheduled for tonight. The promoter for the show, Jade Presents, released a statement this morning saying, in addition to Fargo, he will postpone shows in Sioux Falls and Burnsville out of respect for the Native American community and safety concerns. He apologizes for the YouTube video that offended Native Americans and goes on to say that his eyes are more open now. Promoters say May has spoken to one of the leaders of the American Indian movement, and he will be speaking with them again this week. He plans to return to Fargo to perform for fans as soon as possible. Jade Presents says it will announce a new date for the show as soon as possible. People who already bought tickets are being told to hold on to them until a rescheduled date is announced. We now know the name of the teen killed in a rollover crash near Belcourt last Friday. Troopers say 19-year-old Shatea Azur was driving her pickup on BIA Road 15 just before 1 Friday morning when she went off the road. The truck rolled twice, throwing Azur from the vehicle. She was pronounced dead at the scene. 3 other people in the truck were hurt in the crash. The crash still remains under investigation. It's sunny and the temperatures seem to be slowly climbing, well, with a little bit of cloud cover. How high will they get today? Let's check in with meteorologist Robert Hahn to find out. Robert?
Yeah, we are seeing some filtered sunshine out there with some higher clouds making their way on through, and we'll see some partly to mostly cloudy skies as we head through the day today. Some breezy conditions, some slightly warmer weather, but those breezes certainly making it feel chillier Then those air temperatures, 45 in Oaks, 43 here in Fargo, also 43 in Valley City and Langdon, 37 a common number, Roseau, Thief River Falls, Detroit Lakes, and in Fergus Falls. I mentioned the winds. There they are. They'll continue out of the south and southeast today, around 10 to 20 miles per hour with some occasional stronger gusts. And again, that is giving us some wind chills in the 20s and the 30s across the region. So bundle up as you head out the door. You'll still need a jacket or a coat as we head through the next few hours. We are seeing some clouds, also seeing some breaks in the clouds. Partly to mostly cloudy skies will be the rule for the rest of the day. And along with that, a little bit of moisture, quite a bit of it moving into the Devil's Lake region. However, a lot of that not reaching the ground, but we will see a chance for some sprinkles, maybe a few flakes of snow as we head through this afternoon and into this evening. Tomorrow, a better day across the area. Today, getting into the mid-50s if we get a little bit more sunshine. Tomorrow, mid-60s, where we anticipate a lot more sunshine, even warmer weather. As we head through the rest of the next 7 days, we'll detail that along with some storm chances coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, thanks, Robert. Garden care giant Ortho says it'll stop using a class of chemical widely believed to be killing bees. Ortho says it'll phase out neon icosanoids by the year 2021 in 8 of its products used to control garden pests and diseases. It'll change 3 products for roses, flowers, trees, and shrubs by 2017. Ortho says it's acting out of concern for possible threats to honeybees and other pollinators. Some advocates say neonastics are one of several potential reasons behind declining populations of bees, which are major pollinators of food crops. A new study finds consumers can earn hundreds of dollars in interest per year by putting their money in a high-yield checking account versus a traditional savings account. According to Bankrate.com study released today, 21 checking accounts offered by U.S. banks and credit unions yield 2% or more. Average interest across all 56 accounts surveyed was about 1.65% compared to the average money market account, which is yielding just 0.11%. To qualify the highest rates, certain conditions must be met on a monthly basis and vary by account. Those conditions could include making a designated number of debit card transactions each month and paying bills online. If you want to fly first class cheap, try flying on a Wednesday. According to an analysis by Fare Compare, Wednesday is the least expensive day to fly first class, and you should book your ticket at least 7 days in advance. Travelers unable to fly on Wednesday can find additional lower first class fares by flying on Tuesday and Saturday. The most expensive days to travel first class were found to also be the most popular days to travel, Friday and Sunday. Fare Compare says travelers can end up paying 20% more traveling on those days. And of course, remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook to follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just go ahead and search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed all day. And still to come, some patients find dealing with medications can be confusing and time-consuming until they try an alternative pharmacy. But next, we take a look at weather to plan your day with meteorologist Robert Hahn.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.